God has an urgent message for you today. You've been feeling troubled about your relationship because a third party and your person's mother have placed 4 serious conditions in front of your person to marry you. This isn't just normal family involvement. It's a divine warning about manipulation threatening your future happiness. God is alerting you to carefully examine these conditions that could affect your entire married life. This message comes with love to help you see clearly through the confusion and pressure, giving you wisdom to handle these relationship obstacles that have been hidden behind the language of family wishes. As you hear these words, know that God sees how these conditions are influencing your relationship's foundation. It's normal to feel torn between your love for your person and concern about these demands. But remember that God is watching over your heart with care. This warning is your chance to address these red flags now and turn potential heartache into a stronger bond based on truth. You're receiving this message because there's still time to communicate honestly before making lifetime commitments. Even when confronting these conditions feels uncomfortable or risks the relationship, trust that this warning is a blessing, because understanding hidden agendas before marriage helps you build a relationship that honors both your values and God's. Plan for true partnership. As you think about these 4 conditions, take time to examine what they reveal about your future family dynamics. Just like a contract with hidden clauses can lead to unexpected consequences, these relationship conditions show the controlling nature trying to enter your marriage from the beginning. Hold on to your love and commitment, but let go of the fear and desperation that make you consider accepting unfair demands. Just like a house needs a solid foundation to withstand storms, your marriage needs to be built on mutual respect and equal partnership, not ultimatums and power struggles. These conditions aren't random family preferences. They reveal the true dynamics that will follow you into marriage. This warning isn't meant to end your relationship, but to transform it, removing manipulation so authentic love can flourish. Sometimes God reveals these problems early because He wants your marriage to be a blessing, not a burden. When outside parties place conditions on love, they aren't protecting family values. They're establishing control patterns that will only grow stronger after wedding vows are spoken. This warning about conditions on your marriage is more than relationship advice. It's a spiritual checkpoint in your journey. It's a time for you to connect with your inner wisdom and find courage to stand for a healthy marriage foundation. Face these conditions with a calm heart and clear mind, recognizing that true love never comes with ultimatums. There's a loving plan at work in your relationship journey, and sometimes that plan includes revealing hidden agendas before permanent commitments are made. Difficult conversations with your person might be necessary, but see them as opportunities for deeper understanding and growth. Every boundary you set now becomes a blessing that protects your future marriage. Every manipulation you identify becomes a chance to establish healthier patterns before wedding vows are exchanged. When family interference feels overwhelming, reach out in prayer for guidance on which battles matter most. God is always here to give you discernment, wisdom, and courage to address these conditions lovingly but firmly. In your prayers, you'll find the words to communicate how these conditions make you feel without attacking those who created them. You'll discover whether your person stands with you or with these demands, information that's priceless before making lifetime commitments. We've discussed preparing for this important relationship conversation. I'd like to help prepare you for future divine guidance as well. If these messages about marriage foundations and family dynamics resonate with your spirit, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to receive more spiritual warnings and blessings. Your engagement helps us reach others facing similar relationship challenges who need divine perspective on their situation. Pay attention to the nature of these 4 conditions and what they reveal about future family dynamics. These aren't just preferences, but tests of control over your relationship As you consider each condition, notice how they make you feel in your body and spirit. You might experience tightness in your chest, a sinking feeling, or immediate mental justifications when you think about accepting them. These physical and emotional responses aren't just stress, they're divine wisdom speaking through your body. True love never demands that you diminish yourself, change your core values, or submit to ongoing control. Healthy families encourage growth and honor boundaries rather than imposing ultimatums. Every condition that requires you to compromise your identity or future happiness carries spiritual consequences that will affect your marriage daily. The involvement of a third party alongside your person's mother creates an alliance against you that will continue after marriage unless addressed now. Trust your inner knowing about these conditions. That quiet voice saying this doesn't feel right is your connection to divine wisdom. When something feels unfair or one-sided, when you find yourself making excuses for demanding behavior, that's God nudging you towards self, respect, and relationship. Truth. Your intuition is showing you exactly which conditions cross the line from reasonable requests into manipulation. Notice which condition bothers you most. That's often where the greatest future control is hidden. Pay attention to which condition your person seems most committed to upholding. That reveals whose influence they prioritize. These insights aren't coincidences, but divine guidance helping you see the relationship clearly before making lifetime commitments. Remember, you're not facing these relationship conditions alone. God is with you, surrounding you with wisdom and protection as you navigate these difficult conversations. Around you stands a team of guardian angels, spiritual guides, and divine helpers, all working to support you through these pre-marriage challenges. This warning about controlling conditions is designed to help you create a healthy marriage foundation, not to separate you from true love, and every part of this situation is unfolding with divine purpose. Feel thankful for discovering these conditions now, for it shows how deeply your future happiness matters to God. Each step you take toward honest communication brings you closer to either strengthening your relationship or freeing you from manipulation. The universe holds your heart gently during this relationship crossroads, and nothing can separate you from God's love, not even the possibility of a painful decision. Trust that if this relationship is truly meant to be, it will survive honest conversations about these conditions, and if your person cannot prioritize your partnership over these demands, God is protecting you from a lifetime of divided loyalties. Divine timing, God's perfect clock, is working in your relationship right now. When you discover these 4 conditions at exactly the moment when you're strong enough to address them, that's sacred timing at work. These revelations didn't come too early, when your bond wasn't strong enough to handle tough conversations, or too late, after wedding vows were already spoken. They came precisely when you needed to see them. These moments show you're connected to God's plan for your relationship journey, living in harmony with divine guidance, even through challenging conversations. As you recognize the significance of these conditions being revealed now, let this perfect timing build your confidence in your next steps. Each revelation confirms you're being guided toward authentic partnership rather than manipulated commitment. Pay attention to how these conditions were introduced and what else was happening in your life that prepared you to receive this wisdom. They aren't random relationship problems. They're part of a loving plan to guide you toward a truly blessed marriage. Keep your heart open to these divine messages about your relationship. The more you recognize them, the clearer your path forward becomes. Just as you receive these divine insights about relationship conditions, your support helps us continue sharing similar guidance with others facing manipulation in their marriage journey. A small super thanks of $5, $10, or $20 allows these important warnings to reach those who feel trapped between love for their person and concern about controlling family demands. Your contribution creates a ripple effect of relationship wisdom that helps others establish healthy foundations for their marriages. As you prepare to address these 4 conditions, believe that this challenge can lead to amazing spiritual and personal growth. Just like gold becomes pure only through fire, relationships reveal their true strength when tested by outside interference. God arranges these revelations perfectly, even when relationship conversations feel uncomfortable at first. Focus on strengthening your inner peace, because that quiet confidence is what carries you through difficult discussions about marriage expectations. When you stay true to your worth and keep your heart open to honest communication, wonderful changes begin in your relationship. Patterns you never thought could change start shifting as you speak your truth with love. Every step you take toward addressing these conditions brings you closer to the authentic partnership you deserve, whether with this person or someone who honors your value without conditions. Your relationship with God remains your greatest comfort during these challenging conversations. Remember that true marriage honors the divine connection between 2 people without endless interference from third parties. The courage to address manipulation now becomes the foundation for all future family interactions. Even if your person's initial response is defensive, you've planted important seeds of awareness that may grow with time. Trust that addressing these conditions isn't threatening your relationship. It's offering it the chance to become stronger, healthier, and aligned with God's vision for sacred partnership. As you prepare to address these 4 conditions, make it a habit to say, "My relationship deserves respect and equal partnership," each morning. Speak these words with complete trust. This simple practice builds a shield of self-worth around you that makes manipulative conditions lose their power. When doubt creeps in or when pressure to accept these conditions feels overwhelming, pause for a moment. Use this time to quiet your mind and reconnect with the divine wisdom inside you. Trust that God is working everything out for your relationship's highest good, and begin each day thanking Him for revealing these conditions before marriage. When you fill your thoughts with self-respect and faith, you create room for honest conversations that transform your relationship. Create a special prayer space where you can reflect on each condition separately, asking for specific guidance about which ones are negotiable and which cross important boundaries. Practice speaking your concerns calmly in front of a mirror before talking with your person. Notice if certain conditions trigger stronger emotional responses. These often connect to deeper values God wants you to honor. Write down what a truly loving version of each condition might look like, focusing on mutual benefit rather than control. Your spiritual discernment is the key that unlocks freedom from manipulation and creates space for authentic love to flourish. During this relationship challenge, you're not just growing personally, but also becoming someone who can help others facing similar marriage conditions. This experience offers you a chance to show God's wisdom by modeling healthy boundaries before marriage. Each difficult conversation gives you insights and strength that may later support someone else facing controlling family dynamics. As you pray for guidance and connect with God about these conditions, remember to share your journey with trusted friends who respect your values. Your courage can inspire others silently enduring relationship manipulation or unfair expectations. Use your story to bring light to someone else's confusion about whether demanding conditions are normal in relationships. Embrace each step of this process as preparation for helping others, whether through direct advice or simply living as an example of someone who respects themselves enough to question unfair demands. In this journey, we grow stronger together, creating communities where relationships are built on mutual respect rather than control. Your willingness to address these conditions now may save someone else years of struggling under similar manipulation. Later, As you examine these 4 conditions more closely, ask God to reveal the true intentions behind each one. Some conditions may reflect cultural traditions important to your person's family, while others might be designed specifically to maintain control over your relationship after marriage. Divine wisdom can help you distinguish between reasonable requests and manipulative demands. Notice whether these conditions apply equally to both of you or create an imbalance of power. True partnership never requires one person to make all the sacrifices while others maintain all control. Pay attention to how your person responds when you express concerns about these conditions. Do they listen with an open heart, or do they immediately defend their mother and this third party? Your person's reaction reveals much about your future together. If they prioritize your feelings and show willingness to create fair compromises, there's hope for building a strong foundation. But if they insist you must accept all conditions without question, God is showing you important truths about your future family dynamics. This clarity, though painful, is a divine gift protecting you from years of increasing control and diminishing voice in your own marriage. God designed marriage as a sacred covenant between 2 people who then create their own family circle. While honoring parents remains important, your primary loyalty shifts to your spouse after marriage. When a third party and your person's mother create conditions for your union, they're attempting to place themselves at the center of your covenant. eBay, a position that belongs only to God and your partnership. Creating spiritual boundaries isn't disrespectful, it's essential for a healthy marriage. Just as a garden fence protects precious plants from being trampled, relationship boundaries protect your marriage from outside control. These boundaries aren't walls of separation, but clear markers of where decision-making authority properly belongs. Each time you peacefully but firmly question an unfair condition, you're establishing patterns that will benefit your relationship for decades. Remember that God honors those who seek truth and stand for respect in relationships. Even Jesus set boundaries with his earthly family when necessary, reminding them that his primary purpose came from heaven. Ask yourself whether these 4 conditions support God's design for equal partnership, or whether they undermine it by placing others in authority over your union. This spiritual clarity helps you approach difficult conversations with conviction rather than confusion, knowing that protecting your relationship's foundation is holy work aligned with divine purpose. In closing, as we face these relationship conditions and the conversations they require, let's move forward with clarity and courage. Be prepared to welcome God's guidance, face difficult discussions with loving honesty, and recognize the blessing of seeing these dynamics before making lifetime commitments. Trust in the power of prayer and in God's design for healthy marriage partnerships. You are on a path to authentic relationship, surrounded by divine wisdom and strengthened by faith. Keep saying, "My relationship deserves respect and equal partnership," and watch as God's perfect plan for your love story unfolds, either by transforming these conditions or leading you to unconditional love. If this message has helped you understand the spiritual significance of these relationship conditions, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more divine guidance. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a warning or blessing meant for you. When you share this message, you help others struggling with manipulative marriage conditions. Each person who receives this wisdom through you becomes part of your spiritual legacy of creating healthy relationship foundations. Dear Lord, please give us wisdom to discern true intentions behind relationship conditions and the courage to stand for partnerships that honor your design for marriage. Amen. If this message has touched your heart or helped you recognize manipulation in your relationship, consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Your support helps us continue sharing these divine messages with others facing similar challenges before marriage. Please share in the comments what relationship topics or divine messages about family dynamics you'd like to hear in our next video. Your suggestions help us bring you the guidance you need most. Begin by writing down each condition and your honest feelings about it. Then schedule a private conversation with your person, not including their mother or this third party. Express your concerns using "I feel" statements rather than accusations. Listen carefully to whether your person sees these as their own conditions, or recognizes them as external pressure. Together, explore which conditions could be modified to respect both families while maintaining your relationship's integrity. Remember that compromise means both sides adjust, not just you accepting everything. Set a timeline for resolving these issues before wedding planning proceeds further. Most importantly, pray for discernment to recognize whether addressed conditions truly change or simply become disguised control.